they have families, we have families, and, you know, you're at the lake, but you got yourself on the land beside you because you don't want to miss a call.
Not to mention all the times that guys like us are in the market.
Exactly. Exactly.
This receiving core this year, I know that you're at least quite happy with the top 3 guys returning from last year, but how is the depth coming along these days?
Pretty well. I mean, Jordan Thompson's had, 8 good practices. Vernon Davis has had some good practices. Mathis is coming on. So I mean, right now they're listening and doing what we're asking them to do. I mean, and it helps that Clint's in control of the offense.
Is there a bit of a hesitation talking about Jordan at this point, knowing games haven't started?
Not really. I mean, he's serious. Jordan's going to be Jordan. The thing with him and y'all know. I mean, the thing with Jordan is that he needs to be consistent. You can't make a good play and then drop one that's right there in front of you. Are they going to drop passes? Yes, but you have to be consistent all the time, and he has had a good camp so far.
You think it just takes maturity? Just guys are growing up a little bit to have those good practices in a row?
Yeah, I mean, and you have to be, the thing that we're, talking to him about, and the thing that, Coach Hogerson is stressing to him is just, finish. Believing in yourself. And you have to be mentally tough to play, this game, and, it's hot, but it's hot everywhere. And that's the thing. Are you going to be mentally tough to go out there and push yourself through practice? And then on top of that, you got somebody that's trying to knock your head off out there in practice, and people hanging on you. Are you going to be mentally tough to remember? Okay, this is what I got to do in this route. This is how he's trying to play me. I have to be in this spot, and they expect me to be in this spot. When it's 90 degrees outside. So I mean, that's part of growing up, being mentally tough.
Do you think it kind of takes somebody to understand the slot position too? Because everybody thinks that tough.
You got to have a feel for that. That's the thing. Everybody. We started Mario in there last year, and it just didn't work. So you have to have a feel to be able to play in there because you're dealing with a lot of traffic getting in and out of stuff. DeKill and Squirt have a feel for working over in the middle and just being able to get yourself open.
Is that why some of those running backs can do that because they're kind of used to being in there?
Yeah. And obviously, with Charles last year, Charles could have played wide out, just because of his ball skills. And, Wendell's, got that type of feel where he can play inside and not, play inside and play tailback. So you still have to have the ball skills to get in there, but it's just a feel for knowing how people are trying to play you when you're working through that middle.
Coach?
Right.
Can you tell me, in your opinion, who are 2 or 3 receivers in camp that have really improved over what maybe what they did last year, or what your expectation was?
I mean, some of the guys that have improved besides Mario, Kevin, those guys. Vernon Davis has had a good camp. He needs to continue to work. Jordan has picked himself up and having a good camp, and Mathis has shown some stuff that he could do, and he throw DeKill and Kevin and Mario on top of that. I think we're getting a good nucleus. Because the thing I tell them is it's not about just all right, Kevin's supposed to be this or Mario or whatever. I mean, it's a group. We want to have a good group of guys. Because the best thing about a group of people playing a sport is the competition in the group. Yeah, we're one group, but I'm still going out there to try to. I want to play too, just as much as you do. So you got to compete, and they all get along with each other. I got a good group of guys, and so that's helped each other, help Vernon Davis and KJ Myers. KJ Myers had a great spring, and so it's just one of those things where they got to continue to build on it, and that's what I think we're doing.
Is there a certain number of receivers that you're trying to work towards by the end of camp that you'll be able to rotate?
Just a solid 2 deep. Solid 2 deep, and then we'll go from there. 6 guys, maybe 6, 7 guys. That's the number I'd like to have. I think that's the number that Coach Hogerson would like to have. 6 or 7 guys that we feel that can play. Get somebody a break, or not feel bad about putting somebody in, or all right, I call this play. Is it going to work? Well, such and such not in the game. That's where the competition comes in. You're not going to play if you're not going to block. You have to block to play here. I mean, and they all know that.
Thanks, Coach.